verse number 38. Verse number 38. Immediately, the fire of the Lord flashed down from heaven and burned up the young bull, the wood, the stones, and the dust. And it even licked up all the water in the trench. Repeat these words after me. Immediately, the fire of the Lord flashed down. God bless you. God bless you. I want you to look at your neighbor, put a smile on your face, and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, you can win the fight. Look across the room, and find somebody, lock eyes with them, and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, I didn't come to bother you, didn't come to stir your Kool-Aid, but I want you to know you can win the fight. Wonderful God, in Jesus' name. As we pray our hearts now for the teaching, preaching of your word. God, we pray that your spirit will guide us as your words go forth with power and authority to accomplish that for which it was. We thank you now for the greater one who lives within us. In your name, God, I pray that the Holy Ghost, who is the convictor, convincer, and the persuader of truth, will reveal the truth about the power and integrity of your word to every listener. And God, we pray right now in Jesus' name that your words will be health to our bodies, strength to our hearts, renewal to our minds. We thank you in advance in Jesus' name. And all of God's people said, amen. God bless you. Also, you may be seated in the presence of the Lord. You can win the fight. You can win the fight. Say that with me. I can win the fight. Somebody is listening to me. Somebody is listening to me right now. It's a fight for their life. Somebody's fighting for respect. Someone else is fighting to be recognized. Someone on the other side of you perhaps is fighting just to stay alive. Someone to the left of you perhaps is fighting with illness. Someone behind you perhaps is fighting for peace in their home. Someone in front of you perhaps is fighting to keep other folk out for their tables. Perhaps someone is fighting just to keep the tears from falling down their face. Perhaps we have those among us who are fighting just to keep their family together, just to keep their marriage from collapsing, just fighting to be loved, fighting to be heard, fighting to stay employed, fighting to keep the peace between them and their parents, fighting to keep their heads above water, and fighting just because that's all you've ever done and that's all you ever know how to do, but fight. I want to encourage you today that you can win the fight. Yes. If you and the enemy and your issues, if y'all been going around and around, you need to put all that stuff on notice and advise them that you have every intention on winning the fight. Somebody say, I'm in it to win it. Somebody say, I'm in it to win it. I wish I had a few believers today that refuse to give in. Yes. Don't you give in to the enemy. Don't give in to your issues. Don't give in to your emotion. Don't give in to your pain. Don't give in to your anxiety. Don't give in to your worry. Don't give in to your tiredness. Don't give in to your fear. Don't give in to uncertainty. Don't give in to frustration. Don't give in to your past. I want you to stand your ground. Somebody say, stand your ground. Stand firm in the word that teaches in Romans chapter 8, verse 37. Despite all things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us. I want you to look at your neighbor right now and say, neighbor, oh neighbor, I ain't scared. Tell your neighbor, I ain't scared. I'm not scared of these bills. I'm not scared of this illness. I'm not scared of this situation. I'm not scared of my children. I'm not scared of my spouse. I'm not scared of this job. I'm not scared of losing you. I'm not scared of because I need you to survive. Our unit, our selected portion of the sacred text for examination is housed in the book of 1 Kings. The third book of the Kingdoms gives the reader texts that are almost always silent about the political importance of the kings. The redactors were only concerned with the work, C.T. Brown, of each king in the religious field. Thus, it happens that politically less able kings with orthodox theologies received unconditional praise, whereas other monarchs who were politically very able, but in religious terms failed to keep up with the requirements of the redactors, are severely censored. Scholars believe that there were multiple authors to the book of the Kingdoms. It is clear, however, that the author wrote the story to tell the reader about what happened to Israel. The books stress God's sovereignty over Israel and all other nations, and they contend that God created the earth and therefore has a right to rule over it. The text indicates that the prophet Elijah was in the fight of his life against 400 plus prophets of the weather god Baal. The text indicates that Baal's prophets were to build an altar and to sacrifice a bull, and Elijah was to do the same. The text indicates that the deity who answered by fire would be the victorious deity. The text indicates that Baal's prophets called on him, but for some unknown reason, Baal did not answer. The text indicates that Baal's prophets danced and flipped and flopped, but Baal did not answer. The text of Houston indicates that Baal's prophets cut themselves with knives, but still no answer from Baal. Can I pause? Can I pause, please? And thank God that when I call God, do I have a witness out there? Do I have any witnesses out there? God will answer. Has God answered for anybody out there? For the writer teaches us in Isaiah 65, verse 24, that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, do I have a witness out there? I will hear. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that my God is never asleep. Do I have a witness out there? I'm thankful that when I call on God, God will hear and answer my prayers. The text indicates that somewhere around noontime, Elijah got fed up with the antics, and he declared that it was time to call on Yahweh, the God of power and might. The text indicates that Elijah had to rebuild the altar of the Lord. The text says that Elijah gathered 12 stones and to represent the tribes of Israel. Sometimes, beloved, God has to remind you and me of who we are. Do I have a witness out there? Sometimes we need to be reminded from where we have come. Oh, church folk, black folk, listen to me. Be careful of the prejudices and the biases you hold against other people of color, against Spanish-speaking folk and other nationalities. I want you to know that you were once there. Don't let your degree fool you. Don't let your pedigree fool you. Don't allow your portfolio to fool you. If the truth be told, God, they didn't want us then. Do I have a witness out there? And they showed up, don't want us now. Be careful of the hype. The text said that Elijah dug a trench around the altar. The text indicates that Elijah cut up a bull and laid it on the altar. The text says that Elijah then poured 4 large jugs of water on the altar and the meat, thereby making it impossible. Somebody say impossible. Impossible for the altar to catch fire. The text says that the water filled the trench and soaked the wood, the stones, and the meat. The text indicates that Elijah prayed. Somebody say, pray. Beloved, I want you, I'm inviting you now to come and sit with me and let us learn together what it takes to win the fight. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to learn what it takes to win the fight? Tam. It takes real faith to win the fight. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor. Oh, neighbor. It takes real faith to win the fight. Elijah had a battle on two fronts. Not just one front, but two fronts. So together, he had the prophets of Baal, and he had the backward-minded folk of Israel. He had to deal with two at the same time. You see, Elijah was able to win this fight because he had real faith. Elijah knew that he had to make an impression on the backward-minded folk of Israel. Therefore, Elijah soaked the sacrifice in water, making it impossible. Somebody say impossible. Making it impossible for the sacrifice to catch fire. When we look at this piece on face value, Susan, we would have concluded that Elijah was an idiot to soak it in water and then expect. Somebody say expect. Somebody shout expect. Expect that anything soaked in water would catch fire. But Elijah had real faith. Do I have a witness out there? And he knew that his God could do anything but fail. Do I have a witness in here? The writer teaches us in Genesis chapter 18, verse 14, is there anything too hard for God? Oh, let me remind you that the Old Testament faith is whatever God did before. Do I have a witness here? God can do it again. Elijah therefore had confidence that God would defy logic. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the definition? Oh, Stephanie, real faith is expecting God to defy logic. Do I have a witness here? Elijah had defying logic faith. And do I have any defying logic believers in here? Do I have anybody that knows that God will defy logic faith? Do you have faith to believe that although you can't see God, God is already fixing it? Somebody ought to shout, yes, Lord. Faith to believe that although you cannot imagine it, God is already working it out. Do I have a church in here? Faith to believe that although you can't touch it, God is making a way for you already. Faith to believe that although you can't see it, God is healing your body right now. Faith to believe that although your finances are low, depleted, empty, and non-existent, that God will provide. Do I have a witness in here for every one of your needs? Beloved, when you have divine logic faith, I declare that all things are possible to you that believe. Do I have any witnesses in here that God will blow your mind? That's the kind of faith that you need. You want to move that mountain, you better believe that God will blow your mind. If you want to move that situation, you want to believe that God will blow your mind. If you want to move a healing in your life, you want to believe that God will blow your mind. So not only do you need real faith, do I have a witness here? But then the text suggests, Coach Lloyd, that you need to have real worship. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor, or neighbor. You need to have real worship. Look at Susan, are you with me? Look at the text. Tiki Brown, are you with me? Look at the text in verse 36. Denise, are you with me? Look at the text. Elijah, the prophet, walked up to the altar and prayed. I see you scratching your head, Gail. I see you saying that he prayed, brother. That ain't worship. No, stay with me, Gail. Stay with me. Elijah stepped up to the altar and began to pray. Catch this now, Gail, and declare to God that God, you are everything to me. Do I have a witness in here? That is what worship is. That's what worship is. That's what worship is. It is in the fight of your life, and winning is the only option, you need to make sure that God is everything to you. Oh, beloved, real praise, real worship is when you come into the presence of God and you declare to God, oh God, you are it. You are everything. Oh, y'all, pardon me while I pause and declare in this space that God, you are everything. God, you are everything. God, you are holy. God, you are real. God, you are mighty. God, you are mighty. do what you did for me last week. Y'all get ready to do what you did for me last week. Somebody get all over the church. Somebody didn't get it. 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 So the Lord kept me alive so that I could come in and take everything.